Hey yo, good evening viewers of the tube. My name is Tyler and welcome to the channel that loves to tell it like it is. Then have the haters tell me that isn't what it is. And then I finally say, I told you so. Well, let's get ready for I told you so because it's time for Chico Crypto. The time has come, and something that was a long time coming is starting to make its initial shockwaves through the cryptocurrency industry. Regulations, specifically in the United States for cryptocurrency trading. Yes, exchanges are changing their terms of service, delisting coins, and completely cutting off users from their platform. And this is most likely due to pressure by the governmental agencies like the SEC. Yesterday, the most popular crypto exchange, the exchange that should not be named, dropped this tweet. They said they are changing their terms of service and dropped a link for you to read the changes. Well, if you click into the new terms of use and scroll down to prohibition of use, we find out that they are unable to provide services to any US person. Then we find out from a blog post from Binance that after 90 days, effective on September 12th, users who are not in accordance with Binance terms of use will continue to have access to their wallets and funds, but no longer be able to trade or deposit on the exchange. It is official. They are closing their US doors and their shitcoin casino will have to operate without American influence. Now, I have been saying this for some time, that US regulators will eventually go after the exchange that should not be named. This is obviously as a result of increased pressure by regulators here in the US after watching the multiple pump and dumps orchestrated on their exchange, which have gotten even worse with IEO fever. Every single one of these coins pumped and then dumped at the same time. If you cannot see that this was coordinated by whale token holders and the exchange, I think you need to get some glasses. The exchange was basically operating as a US website. Over 15% of its total traffic came from the US, the most out of any country. And their amount of US traffic was 4 times higher than that of the second runner-up, India. This will be a major blow to them, and how the exchange and token BNB will fare in the future is very much up in the air. Well, the exchange tried to ease the pain by announcing the day before they would be launching a separate US exchange with full regulatory compliance. The website even says the exchange is coming soon. Now, if we read the announcement, we will see it's operated by BAM Trading Services and built from technologies licensed by Binance. So what is this? Binance operating the exchange or a mystery company called BAM Trading Services? Doing an internet search of BAM Trading Services, it brings up nothing. The only thing I could find relating to the company was their money services business registration, which was only signed and received a couple days earlier on June 11th. We also find out from this they are located in San Francisco and share an office with HOWEY Compliance. Now, if we check HOWEY Compliance website, we found out the exchange that should not be named is the sole investor in HOWEY. Digging deeper, we find out who HOWEY is and what they do. They operate out of San Francisco, Hong Kong, and Beijing and offer private, efficient, and compliant over-the-counter services. It's obvious this is their compliant over-the-counter desk being used to penetrate markets with the exchange's name but under owners who won't automatically go to jail. HOWEY Compliance and BAM Trading are tools still under CZ's control. Just now he has a pawn in place to take the heat off of them from regulators. Now, you want to know what is funny? This was all set up and coordinated by a former high-level employee at another Chinese exchange who has done something similar, Huobi and their creation of Huobi US. By doing some digging, I found out that Hao Chen is the CEO of HOWEY. And if we see his previous experience, he was former CTO at Huobi US and Director of Engineering at Huobi Global. It's obvious, after he successfully created Huobi US, he is now contracted by Binance to do something similar for them. Now, given all this information, we can predict what coins the new exchange will host and how successful the American version will be. Huobi US hosts a total of 22 cryptocurrencies and 1 stablecoin, Tether. What is interesting when looking at the cryptos they host is they are mostly their own blockchain and not tokens like ERC20. Only 0x Protocol and Data are the ERC20s hosted on HBus. Then if we look into the tokens that HOWEY is registered to transact in, the only tokens that is not listed on HBus but on HOWEY is EOS, Decred, and Basic Attention Token, and 4 other stablecoins. Based on this, I would guess that in the early days of the American-based exchange, under 30 tokens will be available for trading, With a lackluster number of trading pairs, the exchange will follow the same fate as HBUS, a no-volume dead exchange. HBUS was launched over a year ago and is still only doing just over $5 million in daily volume. Traders will just move over to exchanges with deeper order books and more tokens, like Bitrex or Poloniex, instead of deal with the lack of liquidity. Now here is the part that people are overlooking, the fate of the exchange token BNB. As we can see with HBUS, Huobi's American-based exchange still has not listed their own exchange token, Huobi token. Why? Because it is considered a security under laws in the United States. I can guarantee you with the launch of the American-based exchange that should not be named, BNB will not be listed because of the attributes of being an exchange token. The SEC has something called the HOWEY test to determine whether something is a security. First, is there an investment of money? For BNB, this is true. They ran an ICO and continually tried to persuade people to keep investing more, as evidenced from this tweet. Their CEO trying to persuade investors to obtain at least 4,000 BNB for a chance to participate in their lottery IEO sale. The second piece of the HOWEY test asked, is there an expectation of profits? Here is where the coin burn feature makes them fail by default. By reducing the coin supply, investors are expecting the coin price to increase, resulting in profits. The third piece of the test asks, is the investment of money in a common enterprise? Which, yes, the money from BNB helps fund the exchange and its operations, which is a common enterprise with employees and management. They even pay their employees in BNB, as seen from this blog post about BNB's use cases, of which one is earning a salary. About 9 in 10 employees receive a portion of their salaries in BNB. And the final question of the HOWEY test is, does any profit come from the efforts of the promoter or third party? Which is the most obvious yes, as their CEO is constantly pumping up their token with tweets. So this means at least 15% of BNB's volume is going to go bye-bye, as the US isn't going to be able to trade it. Where do US customers mostly trade BNB? On the main exchange. And if they can't use the main exchange and the US exchange doesn't support it, where in the hell will they trade it? It's a major question which does not have a clear answer whatsoever. We do get a little clarity of what exactly is going on in a Reddit post about the closure of US doors. Symbiotic BNB, a moderator and Binance employee, tries to calm everyone's tits by saying they are opening a US-based wing, and they hope to have it live before the closure date on September 12th. If we expand the comments and scroll down, a person exclaims, so let me make sure I have this straight. You're shutting us out of Binance in 90 days, but you hope to have it live before September 12th. Wouldn't it make more sense to get it up and running first, then set the hard cutoff date? Symbiotic answers, not really our choice. Someone then asks, care to expound on this? He then answers, it's quite obvious. Take a look to the government for answers. Well, the exchange who should not be named is facing regulatory pressure, and I saw this coming a mile away. They were operating with no regard for consequences, and now they are in a scramble to save their business. How will it play out for the exchange and the token BNB? I sure as hell would stay far away from both. The warning signs are sitting right in front of you. Cheers, viewers. I'll see you next time.